Sketch Talks. Hi, Inkros here with another episode of Sketch Talks. It's been a while since I've done something like this. I don't remember when the last time was that I did a sketch talk, but I've decided to kind of rework how I do it. It's going to be a lot more edited now, and I'm only going to really cut in to the drawing experience when I feel the need to comment about something or say what I think about something. In this case, I'm talking about the new Breath of the Wild trailer that just came out with the new Nintendo Switch presentation, which I thought was amazing. So right now I'm drawing our new reveal of Princess Zelda from it, and we'll see where we go from there. So the reason I've been using red lines to do my final lines is because there's a way to recolor lines once you've already put them down. You basically select that little checkerboard thing at the top of the layers panel, and once you select that, you are able to draw over your lines in order to recolor them. This is super handy when you want to, say, have a picture where the lines are colored and each line is kind of colored differently in order to, it's like a darker version of the color inside the lines. So that's a really easy way to be able to color the lines, is to just click that little checkerboard thing. You'll see me use this later. But anyway, I'm using the red because I decided to use black as my rough sketch layer. So for my final sketch layer, I just have the red in order to make it stand out and to make it much easier to tell which layer is which. So that's all. It's just a really tiny thing. Right now I'm just kind of also trying to figure out what pose I want for her. You'll see me throughout this thing kind of struggling with what I wanted to do with her hands. I had a little bit of struggle with the legs, but overall I was able to figure it out by the end. Honestly, this new Zelda trailer was so great. It was really well put together. I loved the music so much. It was building up to the end, and it was worth it once we finally saw Zelda's new design. I've been so excited to see that design. Ever since the game was announced, I was like, how is Zelda gonna look in this game? I can't wait. And now that she's finally here, I was like, yep, I gotta draw that. I definitely gotta draw that. And of course, you see, I actually went through with this promise and decided to draw her. I was actually thinking about what I wanted to do as my next reboot sketch talk video, and as soon as that Switch trailer came out, I had the idea, yep, this Zelda, that's what I'm going to do for my new draw video, my new sketch talk video. So I'm so glad it came out at the time it did. As you can see, I drew out my new avatar. I could love the way she came out. She's looking good. She's kind of a mix of Aylwin and some of the other design elements I usually use for myself when I draw myself in other forms. I can't believe the Switch and Zelda is coming out in 2 months. That blows my mind. We've waited for this thing so long. You know, the first time Breath of the Wild was announced, like that was right around the time I started playing Zelda games for the first time. I've waited for this new Zelda game throughout my history of playing Zelda games. It's actually kind of fascinating. I know I'm a relatively new fan of Zelda. I'm not nostalgically attached to it, but ever since I've started playing it, I just felt so attached to it. I love Zelda games. I absolutely adore them. Some of you might know this, but my favorite is Twilight Princess. I adore Twilight Princess a lot. I actually really like the wolf segments personally. I might talk about this in a separate video. I might do a Twilight Princess sketch talk where I kind of go into that. But man, there's so many things about the Zelda franchise that I absolutely adore, and now that I'm really seeing more of that in Breath of the Wild, it gets me excited. It gets me so excited. I really can't wait to play this game. It's only 2 months until it comes out. I don't know for sure whether I'm going to get the Wii U version or get the Switch. Thing is, the Switch is more expensive than I thought it was going to be. I was hoping it was going to be $250, but it's $300. Plus, I would also have to get the Zelda game itself, which makes me nervous because that's gonna be, $360 plus tax. I'm thinking maybe I'll just get the Switch a long time from now. Maybe I'll get it holiday season and just tide myself over by getting the Wii U version of Zelda. We'll see. I am really happy with Zelda's new design. I was totally looking forward to something like this, and now that I've seen it, the full thing, not just the little bit we saw in that other trailer, I am super happy with it. I love everything about it, from her beautiful shirt with like the knitted undergarment to it. Like it has the top layer that's the blue kind of tunic thing, and below it is the sort of almost knitted looking undershirt, and I love that. It just looks so interesting and different from what we've seen before. You can still definitely tell it's Zelda. She has those little front locks and the long blonde hair. I love how her hairstyle is almost like European Dutch with the braid on it. It works for her, and it looks really nice and different from some of her previous ones. I think this definitely has to be one of my favorite designs for her. Of course, there was also the other outfit we saw for her in the trailer, which was a lot like her goddess outfit from Skyward Sword, which has me thinking, along with the goddess statues that we see, that there's going to be more of an element of Hylia in this Zelda, and we can see more of her relationship with her previous self as Hylia and her current self as Princess Zelda. I am really looking forward to that. Because they had that new outfit of her that was basically her goddess outfit, it shows that they are going to have elements of that in the story. And speaking of the story, I am super excited for what the story is going to bring, because I think a lot of us were concerned that this new Zelda would be more focused on the world than the story, and that it would be light on story. Thankfully, this seems to not be the case, which I'm really excited about, because that's, again, one of my favorite things about Zelda games is their story and the characters. The world is obviously extremely important as well, which obviously this Zelda will have in spades, is world building, but the story and the intimateness between Link and Zelda and their relationship between all these lives it is basically one of the driving forces behind my love for Link and Zelda as characters. The fact that they know each other throughout all these lives, they're always gravitated towards each other, always interconnected through destiny, as Hyrule Warriors actually brought up at one point. It's just, I love it. It's great. That's one of the best parts of Zelda for me. I am super hoping that she will be the companion in this game. That's what, from what I saw in the trailer, that's what it seemed like they were going to do with this. Like, she'll be able to come with you on some of your adventures, kind of like how Wolf Link is able to follow you around. Maybe they can use some of that same AI for having a Zelda companion, which I would really love. The only time we've really seen that is, of course, in Spirit Tracks, but she was a ghost in that one, so even though she could help you, it was definitely in a unique way of helping when it comes to possessing bad guys and stuff like that. But I am excited. I hope you guys are excited. I will see you in the next sketch talk video, and in the next one I will be doing the coloring for this sketch and the shading. So the coloring and the shading will be in the next video, which will be coming up in like a few days or so. I hope to see you guys then. Bye!